Today, we are going to talk about why Stephen King is a loser. And look, I'm going to be honest, this is a little bit of a sensationalist headline. Clearly, I know it's crazy to call Stephen King a loser. I mean, it's insane. He's one of the most popular authors on the planet. However, I am going to call him a loser, and I'm going to tell you why. And I hope now that we are at 51 episodes, you'll give me the benefit of the doubt that I do have a point here. I'm not just calling Stephen King a loser to call him a loser. I promise you that I have a great lesson for you today. So why is Stephen King a loser? I mean, he does very well for himself. He sells between 1 to 2 million copies of every book he writes. I mean, every single book. He could write a book about how he hates every single one of his fans, and it would still sell 1 million copies. I mean, the man knows his way around the written word, and people love what he has to say. I don't think there is any author alive that would not want to trade places with Stephen King's numbers. But here's the deal. Even if he sells 2 million books every single time, there are 7.4 billion people on this planet. Now, let's just for a second assume that every one of those 2 million books is sold to a brand new customer. I mean, nobody buys a second copy, libraries don't buy multiple copies, and there are no bookstores. Every single person is buying one copy from Stephen King. Of course, that's a fantasy world. People buy multiple copies, they give copies away, and libraries buy multiple copies based on how many holds they think they're going to have on a book. So that's 2 million people. And you know that 7.4 billion people number is a little misleading. I mean, there are kids in this world too who can't read. So let's just cut that immediately down in half to 3.7 billion people in this world that can buy a book. Well, not all of that 3.7 billion are literate. There's about 800 million people in this world who are illiterate, actually. So let's cut those out right away. And we'll be down to 2.9 billion people who can buy a book and are literate enough to read. Now, there's going to be a lot of complaining still, so I'm just going to do you guys a favor and cut 900 million more people off of this number to get us down to an even 2 billion people. So, I think we can all agree that Stephen King's potential audience is about 2 billion people. Those are people that are literate enough to read, can afford a book, and can buy a book. Think about that. His potential audience is 2 billion people, and yet he only sells 2 million books. That's only 1/1000th of the population that buys his books, which means that 99.9% of people in this world that can buy his book don't. That's crazy. That's pretty pathetic, right? I mean, when you think about it, when you think about that 99.9% of people don't buy his books, that's a pretty sad statistic. Or is it amazing that 0.1% of the population does buy his work? I mean, think about that. 0.1% of the entire buying population buys Stephen King books. To me, that's pretty incredible. And that's what I really want you to get out of this. Stephen King doesn't concern himself with the 99.9% of people that don't buy his books. He concerns himself with the 0.1%. He isn't worried that most people don't like his work or do like his work and don't buy it. What he is trying to do is find people that do love his work. And that's how we as creatives should act as well. We should be concerning ourselves with the people who want to buy our books. We need to stop focusing on people that don't want to buy our work and realize that if just 1 in every 100,000 people, yes, that's right, that's 10 times less people than buy Stephen King's work. If 1 in every 100,000 people does like our work enough to buy, we can have a very nice little career. I mean, that's 20,000 people that are rapidly buying your work. That will be fantastic, right? But in order to get there, we have to make a mindset shift. We have to decide we are not going to worry ourselves with the people that don't want to buy our work. We are going to double down on the people that do. And in order to do that, we need to talk to all of the people. We need to talk to at least 100,000 people to find one fan, right? We need to talk to as many people as possible. And here's the deal. Most of them are going to back away. Most of them are never going to buy. But if one of every 100,000 people says yes, then if you talk to everybody, you'll have 20,000 streaming fans. And look, here's the deal. You're not going to have to talk to 100,000 people to get a yes. You're probably going to have to talk to 100. And that means if you can get just one of every 100 people to say yes, you'll be doing 10 times better than Mr. Stephen King, because his conversion rate is 1 of 1,000. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go out there today and talk to 100 people about your art. And here's what I want you to think. I don't want you to think, oh my God, 99 people hate me. I want you to think about that one person who is going to love everything you do. And I want you to look at those 99 people as just X marks to get to the yes, because that's all it is. It's really a numbers game. I promise you, if you see beauty in something, there's at least 10,000 other people that do. And even if you only get 10,000 people, not 20,000 people, you can still have a very nice career. And the more people you talk to, the better you're going to get, and the better your conversion rate's going to get. So I urge you to stop thinking about talking to people as potential rejection and start thinking about it as finding the people that are in your tribe. If I told you that you had to talk to 100 people and one of those people was going to light you up inside and you are going to light them up inside, I'll bet it would be a lot easier to talk to those 99 people that say no. Because I'm very, very good. I'm very good. And still, at least half the people I talk to don't want anything to do with what we have to sell. And that's okay, because I don't focus on them. I focus on the people that do want what I have to say. And if you do that, you'll be just fine. Thank you so much, wannabes and creators. I will see you next time.